AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
How do you look like a hater? Look, that face just looks like hate. Wow.
What better way to intro that?
In the Eastern Conference, you can get to the conference finals a la the Atlanta Hawks with like playing very mid teams. And so that's kind of what y'all are doing right now. And I think what this is setting up for y'all is what happened to the Atlanta Hawks 3 years ago when they made the conference finals and they never got back. Another team to give you some perspective on this. Nope, but 1 second. Another team that did this to give you some perspective on this was the Portland Trailblazers years ago when they had Al-Farouq Aminu, Allen Crabbe, all those guys. They had all those guys, and they went to the conference finals, and we swept them pretty much without Steph Curry. They ran off and paid all of those guys because they thought they had a team that had a chance, and it was a fluke. And so that's what the Knicks are setting y'all up for right now, and it'll be probably another 15 years of misery that we all will sit around and laugh at Knicks fans with their delusion about.
Right, here we go. Knicks for clicks.
That's just,
you don't
that's
believe
just
it,
what it,
you
that's
know
just
what's
what
going to
happens.
You know what's going to happen. Now, everybody wants to play on the big stage. You said it yourself. You love the Garden. It is the Mecca. And now we have a high-functioning team.
There you have it.
Flea, what up, baby?
What up, y'all?
Flea in the building.
Love when both of my brothers, all three of us is in the building.
What up?
Ain't nothing like it. That's Jason Calacanis, by the way. He's like an angel investor, big time money over there on the screen. But he's a big time Knicks fan, and he was going crazy, about to go clap back at Draymond Green. They have another clip I'm gonna get to later. But what do you feel about that? AllBall. It's Draymond. It's beyond hate at this point. It's like comparing to Trae Young like that.
I'm very disappointed, man. I'm very angry. I don't understand. I really don't. Draymond Green, who's a second round draft pick, who understands hard work ethic, trying to get to the next level, not, being a superstar, not being regarded as a top recruit, things of that nature. To throw this young man under the bus like that, to say we're going to be miserable for another 15 years, it's to the point now where I don't know if it's clickbait, if it's hate, or if it's just dislike. I really don't know. But let me say this about Draymond Green. You owe Steph Curry and Kevin Durant your career. Without those two players, you might not even be in the league. Let's be realistic. They let you get away with murder to protect Steph Curry. If you wasn't able to play fake tough guy against a cupcake sweet league, you wouldn't be in the league. Let's talk for real, since you want to be disrespectful to Jaylen Brunson, to the Knicks organization, and to the Knicks fan base. You're a joke, bro. You run to your podcast when you lose basketball games, and let's not talk about where you at right now. Watching Jaylen Brunson. This young man has defeated and defied the odds his whole career. Let's not forget, going back to high school, legendary. College, legendary. Now in the NBA, legendary. He's been consistent. What happened with real sports talk? The Knicks got their superstar. They need to build around this young man, and I see them doing great things. I've never seen hate like this ever in my life, Fabian, ever. I know we troll, we have fun, we joke, but it's going to a whole nother level. But it just goes to show you, when you're great, with my father, my family, they always told me this. When people not talking about you, that's when you know. But when they talking about you, you doing something good. So big shout out Jaylen Brunson. But Draymond Green, super sucker. Never liked him, and I don't like him even more. He can go to hell. Facts.
Worldwide Flea in the building. I know this is hard for you. Well, let me preface this because Flea will go punch the screen because he doesn't like the likes of a Draymond Green and a Pat Beverly. They don't have any place in the game. You're very Flea's always talking about this, man. Very, as much as I joke around and I say, we need the wrestling aspect. Flea's adamantly against this kind of character to speak on just the Knicks and just the run in general. Flea, what do you think about what he said and where we at with it?
We toe the line a lot with
just being inauthentic, right? We toe the line with that so much, right? When people come to see Knicks Rehab, right, they know what they're going to get from Fabian. They know what they're going to get from Flea. And they know what they're going to get from AllBall, right? They know what they're going to get from us, which is why, they come and join us every time we get together, because there's authenticity to what we're doing. There's no fake stuff. I'm in my living room right now. I'm not about to fake it with nobody, right? Any of the stuff that me and Fabian get into, it's real. It's passion, but it's real. But guess what? We get off the phone. We get off of here. We call each other and we talk for another half an hour, laughing and joking back and forth about how good the interaction was, right? I said all that to say.
Always to argue.
Yeah, right. But guess what? I said all of that to say this. He looks like a fake, phony, tough-ass nigga, right, on this thing, right? He looked fake. He looked phony, right? He get on there and it's all projection, right? It's all projection. You had a shit season because you just couldn't be on the floor, right? You just couldn't stay on the floor. When you was on the floor, you was halfway decent. But the fact is you couldn't stay on the floor because you couldn't control yourself, control your emotions, right? You get on these platforms and you start running your mouth about a team who was actually successful. We're successful. The same way that they built their dynasty through the mud. They got it out the mud. Right? For a guy that came from an organization that got it straight out the mud, for you to have the comments about this being a fluke, right? Y'all lost in the first round to San Antonio, and it was like, okay, this team is coming. They on the come up. Then the next year they lose in 7 to the Clippers. Okay, this team is on the come up. Then the next year they crack through and they win the championship. Okay, this is a real team we got on our hands. What is any different from what we're doing right now?
Great point. Wow.
Any difference from what we're doing right now? We get Julius Randle. Everybody laughed at us. Like, what the hell is this? What is this that we're doing? We get Julius Randle. Julius Randle becomes an all-star, all-NBA player. He leads us to the playoffs. We get bumped in the first round. Following year, we miss the playoffs, right? That's a bump in the road. Okay, hold on. We're trying to figure this thing out, right? Then you call us a fluke. Right? We was a 4 seed. That's at that moment, that's when you call us a fluke, if anything. That's when you do it. You don't do it after we show up to the playoffs back-to-back seasons. After we follow up a season last year where we flamed out in the second round and we follow it up with being a 2 seed, win 50 games, overcome the most injuries in the league, right? We overcome all of this and we still standing right now when it's time to watch basketball. When you watch basketball right now, one of the teams that you're going to watch are the New York Knicks. So it just sounds like a lot of hate, a lot of disappointment in himself, right? Because he's not going to address the disappointment in himself, the disappointment that he should have in his star player in Steph Curry, the disappointment that he should have in Klay Thompson, the disappointment that he should have in Steve Kerr, right? Everybody's coming up short over this right now. Everybody's coming up short. So if the conversation should be more about that than it should be about a team that's ascending. All we're doing is ascending right now. How can you be mad? He called it a fluke, y'all. He called it a fluke. A fluke. He's the same guy that picked the 76ers to beat us in the 7-game series. This is the same dude that said that. But we're a fluke. He's a joke. He's becoming more and more of a character on TV. He has nothing else to do, right? Go work in your game. Go play basketball. Go disappear. Disappear and work on your game and come back a completely different player. I would be so happy not to see his face all summer till it was training camp. Go away. Go play basketball. What you do for a living, go play basketball. Stop talking to us. We don't care. I swear we don't. That's all I got, man.
Real quick, before you go, Fabian, I'm going to just throw this little nugget out there. Is it that they're a little jealous that Jaylen Brunson at the point guard position is making people forget about other point guards? Because I'm going to tell y'all this. Steph Curry, that light is dimming. He ain't been special. Not this season. People can say what they want. My opinion, Flea, little jealousy in the air. I'm just saying. That's what it seems like to me.
It absolutely sounds like something's going on. So the fans, and you know what it is. This last point. It's us. It's us. It's the Knicks fans. It's nobody else. It's nobody on the Knicks chirping or being too much bravado and all that. We are a humble basketball team. We show up every night, play the hardest in the league. It's the fans that he doesn't like. It's the fans that he's addressing. And guess what? That's more goofy. That's more weird.
Right.
Freaky ass nigga. Like,
Fabian,
nigga, man.
Fabian,
Like,
and I'm gonna say this. Guess what, Draymond Green? Steph Curry ain't must-see TV no more. He ain't the most exciting player to see in the league no more. You know who it is? You know who everybody is showing up to see now? His name is Jaylen Brunson.
They love to see it. They love to see it. They love to see it.
Fabian, the floor is yours, baby. I got it now.
I don't know if I could follow that up. They call him Flea a genius in here, bro. Because that was amazing. And then he ended it by calling him a fan. He's a fan. He's a fan. Freaky ass.
Freaky ass nigga.
Yo. Nah. Because that's what it is.
Yo.
He's really a fan.
Yo.
Single white female. You trying to be like us. You want to be over here. I told you last episode, dog, you ain't fooling me. You need somebody to negotiate with because nobody wants your ass. Let's be clear. You ain't coming up. We don't want nothing to do with you. Imagine if they asked Jaylen Brunson, yo, you think we should bring? We think about bringing Draymond Green over here. Who? You wildin'.
I'll pass.
Not a pass. It's not even a pass. It's not a thought. Like I said it last time. You even suck at this. The only reason why I'm including you is because your shit just the same way you're using the Knicks, you using us for clicks. We got to use you, bro, because you got a name out here on YouTube. But really, it's gonna die out after this season is over. They gave him his own channel now on YouTube. Finally, maybe Braun will show up now because he ain't been on there for a reason either.
He's begging, publicly begging.
His best friend, right?
Publicly.
Come on,
begging.
man. Like we see right through it, and just the Flea hit that on the nose, man. That's why I said I don't even know how to follow it up because he is inauthentic. And right when Flea was saying that, I'm glad I did not forget this. Boy, oh boy, how the hell does Rashad McCants leapfrog Draymond Green in my mind?
Wow.
All because Flea said the word authentic. I've never thought that Rashad McCants was being inauthentic. I thought he was straight up dumb with those takes, but he was himself. Yeah. Draymond Green is intentionally trying to do these takes, and it's like, bro, again, another example of please stop telling me because you played the game, you know something more than we don't know because we see right through you. It doesn't take any basketball experience to be a troll. You're a liar. You just are. You don't watch the games, and once again, you still got to catch up to JJ Redick because LeBron would rather suit up with him and do a podcast from his living room, by the way. I peeped that, Flea. The last one is just like this. It's a Zoom call. It's a Zoom call with JJ Redick. Let's fan that flame. You want to fan this flame, Draymond, you ain't ready. Because once again, you don't have people on that court who do this to you. Them Kendricks and them guys are not on the court anymore. I swear to I wish I was 6'6". I would have been flamed you. Just like this, I've been talking crazy to you. Yo, your daddy LeBron still ain't on the podcast, bro? I would have got to kick you out of every single game. You crazy? This is just horrible. Clearly, he's doing it for attention, and we're giving it to you. But you probably watch this and laugh. He's a millionaire. Good for you. Good for you. But we know the real. We know you're an attention-seeking whore, and he's a friend. He's a fan. He's a fan. Yo, please, crazy.
The league, yo, man. Let's think about this for a second. I want to hit y'all with something real fast. The league is like changing right before our eyes. And some guys can't take it. Like some guys just can't take it. They can't fathom the fact that they are like, phasing them out. And it's not the league that's doing it. It's these young players that are doing it. It's these young. I'm gonna hit y'all with some that I was looking at, right? And y'all know I get a little nerdy on the side sometimes. There's only 6 guys right now, currently, the current teams in the playoffs right now, there's only 6 guys on the starting lineup of these teams over 30 or above. Only 6. Everybody else is under 30. The league is just changing, and guys are like, these older cats are panicking. Mike Conley, Rudy Gobert, Drew Holiday, KCP, and I'm missing one other guy. Only other guys that are 30 and above that's playing right now. That's starting.
Wow.
This league is young. Young. And these older cats, they can't. Pascal Siakam. That's the only other guy.
Wow.
He hits the mark. He's 30. Everybody else is under 30. They can't take it, bro. Jaylen Brunson is taking, and he's doing it in the playoffs, OG. That's the other piece. This is the playoffs.
Come on, man.
This is when you want your stars to shine. And we're talking about flukes.
A Flea. When do we start? I thought you root for the underdog. When do we start disrespecting the underdogs? When do we start disrespecting the guys that went through the same path as you? Like I said, you're a former second-round draft pick as well, brother.
So is Jaylen Brunson.
Right. You had to earn that. Yeah, so you know what it takes. You played at that level. You played in many playoff games. You played alongside of Steph Curry, who's regarded as one of the greatest we've ever seen at the point guard position. You know what it is. So for you to be saying the things you're saying, listen, man, you beyond clown. Like I said, man, these guys is just doing stuff just to do it. And now it's corny. It's not even fun no more. You're not entertaining. You're none of that. You're not articulate. You just corny, bro. But once again, the jealousy is real. His right-hand guy, who Steph Curry legendary, he ain't must-see TV no more. He ain't the most exciting player in the league no more. Golden State isn't the most exciting team no more. Ain't nobody rushing to watch them no more. So when they look at those schedules and see how many games the Knicks got on TNT and on the networks and prime time, hold up, what? Yeah, it's a new sheriff in town, and his name is Jaylen Brunson. He ain't flashy. He don't want to be cool with all of y'all. He ain't big on Instagram. You ain't gonna catch him in the strip club. He ain't at the jewelry store buying all the jewelry. And on the court, humble. And you see what all the coaches and other players say about him? It's rubbing y'all the wrong way. Guarantee every last one of y'all, including sucker-ass Draymond Green, I bet you want to play with Jaylen Brunson. Bet that.
This is a different time, y'all. We can't compare. Even myself, I had to realize that this is not the same era when Melo was here. This is a different time. The culture is different. The basketball, the basketball play is different. The roster is different. Everything, our approach is different. We followed up a run to the semifinals last year again with becoming a 2 seed, winning 50 games, advancing again to the second round. When we did that years ago, after going to a second seed, we didn't make the playoffs the next year. We didn't follow it up with a play. Like, we followed this right back up. We right back here. What's up? We right here. Same place we was like, we right back here. So that's not a fluke, right? That's not a fluke. For the people, anybody that's confused about what the term fluke means, easily Googleable. This is not that. This is not that.
But hold on, just real quick. These are the same people that said we should have lost and got the 3rd seed to duck Philly. That's what flukes do. You know what real G's do? We don't care who we play.
AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.